Dear friends, this is legendary Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's masterpiece, Glimpses of World History. We are listening to it in artificial intelligence voice of Pandit Nehru. Let's keep our phone aside and immense in the vast ocean of world history.
Preface to original edition. I do not know when or where these letters will be published or whether they will be published at all. For India is a strange land today and it is difficult to prophesy. But I am writing these lines while I have the chance to do so before events forestall me. An apology and an explanation are needed for this historical series of letters. Those readers who take the trouble to go through them will perhaps find the apology and the explanation. In particular, I would refer the reader to the last letter, and perhaps it would be as well in this topsy-turvy world to begin at the end. The letters have grown. There was little of planning about them, and I never thought that they would grow to these dimensions. Nearly 6 years ago, when my daughter was 10 years old, I wrote a number of letters to her containing a brief and simple account of the early days of the world. These early letters were subsequently published in book form, and they had a generous reception. The idea of continuing them hovered in my mind, but a busy life full of political activity prevented it from taking shape. Prison gave me the chance I needed, and I seized it. Prison life has its advantages. It brings both leisure and a measure of detachment. But the disadvantages are obvious. There are no libraries or reference books at the command of the prisoner, and under these conditions, to write on any subject, and especially history, is a foolhardy undertaking. A number of books came to me, but they could not be kept. They came and went. 12 years ago, however, when, in common with large numbers of my countrymen and countrywomen, I started my pilgrimages to prison, I developed the habit of making notes of the books I read. My notebooks grew in number, and they came to my rescue when I started writing. Other books, of course, helped me greatly, among them inevitably H.G. Wells's Outline of History. But the lack of good reference books was very real, and because of this, the narrative had often to be slurred over, or particular periods skipped. The letters are personal, and there are many intimate touches in them which were meant for my daughter alone. I do not know what to do about them.